Well, I wanted to start out by asking you, why is it that you think that, as you say on your website, that 85% of employees are
Well,
disengaged?
that's actually a study from Gallup. So Gallup has looked out. They do a engagement study every year, and over the years, it has pretty much been around 85, between 75, 85%. And I think it's really interesting because of uh, you would think with all of the focus that we have had as organizations, as leaders within organizations on employee engagement, particularly over the past 10 years, that that number would have changed. And at least according to Gallup, it hasn't yet. So,
So it sounds like that's been consistent for quite a long time. And I imagine with the clients that you consult with, that you're able to move that needle and create engagement, that that's part of the intention there.
well, it's part of the intention. So I think again, the engagement gap, as we call it, is often because people don't feel psychologically connected to the organization. So there's this aspect where what they're bringing to the table, what the company is bringing to the table, and what the employee is bringing to the table, they don't match up. And so, oftentimes, what we see is, you know, companies trying to increase that engagement by saying, hey, we need to pay these people more. We need to do so, a bunch of these extrinsic motivational aspects, which do help. I'm not going to say that they don't. There's strong research that shows that increases motivation and increases, engagement, at least for a short term. However, there's a number of intrinsic motivators, intrinsic engagement aspects of this that are not necessarily part of organizations' typical repertoire, right? And so it's looking at understanding what is the purpose of the company and how does that align with what the individual employees are doing? How are we collaborating? What is that element of being feeling like we're bonding and belonging and part of a team, part of a group that has not only a shared value going forward, but it has my back if something were to befall on me. So there's a number of those types of factors that companies, I think, are missing in how they're approaching some of the aspects around engagement.